Good morning, folks. We are at Cedar Bay on the Erie Canal. It's already a busy morning. Looks like maybe the next couple of weeks we'll be up in the Adirondacks, according to the work schedule. But we're back in Syracuse today, in Manlius. I was hoping to get a sign. The only problem with the sign for this park is right where that house is, so I'm not going to film the sign in respects to the house across the street, because it'd be in that full video, and that's the time somebody's going to look out their window and go, what the hell is that guy? Anyway, here at the Erie Canal for part 2. We're here at Cedar Bay, and it's actually relatively not that long to get to this next spot. What's that dot mean? There's a dot right there. I think that's a parking spot. I'm trying to find the legend on the map. Yep, it's a parking spot. So we're going to get to that point, and we'll see if we can get further past that point. But that's where we are now, Cedar Bay. This is where you got swings, restrooms, pavilions, picnic area, Cedar Bay, and the old bridge. There is a car top boat launch I just seen, so you can kayak the canal, it looks like. Still not sure about it, but if anybody knows down below, leave a comment down below, I meant to say, but I got distracted by the sunlight. Restroom building. There are trains working the yard, but they arrived and mostly have done their business by the time I got down here. It's bright and early in the morning. You need to know how early these videos start. Alright, here's the stairs to Unknown Trail. Here's that old bridge, and here we go. Continuing the Erie Canal. Canada birds make me a little nervous. I remember back in the day I worked for state parks. They could get mean, but you can never tell. Yeah. A little nerve-wracking, but if they start hissing at you like that last one, only because I was like a foot from it, then you're too close. There's something you can encounter along the way. Trying to see what's ahead of the guy. I don't know if that's the next parking lot or not. And I said it previous videos, today's heritage possibilities are the CSX 911 and the RF&P supposed to pass, but unfortunately the map has not been updated, so I don't know where they currently are. I just know they're not close by, so here we are. Hoping to see some heritage units today on the CSX and get some hiking done while we're here. Nice little opened up here. Must be a place for boats to pass. Oh, there's a whole new another area over there. Okay. Yeah, there's a picnic area or something on that side too, so yeah. Yeah, so that trail that was on the other side of the creek, we'll call it the creek, goes to this other whole area. You see the old park bench. And people are getting ready to actually launch a kayak, so we'll know if it's, so it's open to kayaking, it looks like. And there's a whole pavilion and everything over there. There's a signboard right here, so. The greatest show on the water, huh? This I can let you see. It's gonna be a short little video. Again, pause and read if you can. There's a lot of information here that I can't show everybody all the time. Yeah, that looks like the next parking lot. So this is only probably maybe a mile section. Yeah, I missed it by 2 days, but they had pretty good lash up through here on the CSX. They had the New York Central Heritage Unit tied in with the 911. New York Central went west, 911's hanging out in Buffalo, and the RF&P is hanging out somewhere near Selkirk with no direction indication as of before this morning. So, still don't know which way they're going, but hope for the best, right? The next 2 weeks, my days off switch, which opens up some opportunities for me. So we could probably get some camping done, because the day that was switched is half days. So instead of working a full shift, I'm only on half day, and then it's a day off. Unlike, you know, I'm there until 5, and then you can't really get anything together to go camping anywhere. Even though the Adirondacks are an hour away, but you get out of work at 5 by the time you load up the car, go to your campsite an hour and a half away, and all that, set up, it's already dark. So hopefully things are looking pretty decent this next 2 weeks coming up to get back in the Adirondacks, but that don't mean I don't like doing this here, so. All I can say is enjoy it while you can. Canada Bird's got some friends. And that's where the pedestrian bridge is. And that's where the future goes. And that's, I finally confirmed that was a sign up there, so that's the next parking lot. It's only a mile long, so I'll get to the parking lot checked train map and see what's going on. So every time I come out here, they're like, nope, and go the other way. So. I set up somebody's car alarm, turn this on. Turn this back off. I'm glad that was on film. I don't know if you picked it up or not. As soon as I went beep, beep, beep and started recording, you hear pew, 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 pew. Oh, what do we got here? What is... Miles 1 and 35. Huh. I have to look into that. 1 and 35. Hmm. So this is built through a marshy area. Give you some history. You look across the way there, you can see all the marsh reeds and cattails and everything over there. Then you got the canal, the towpath, and the marsh continues on this side. Found that to be a little interesting. Like you said, we're out here to enjoy the nature and the beauty, so it's a short section, but take your time. You'll never know what you're gonna see. Or hear. Surprised I haven't heard train horn yet. Seems like every one of these videos lately, there's been a horn blowing in the background. Just to make a point on how close to the railroad we are. And again, the railroad just kind of replaced the canal in a sense, so it'd only be natural to hear a train horn blowing when you're trying to film an abandoned canal. Again, if you're not looking, there could be a deer standing down there looking at you, probably, you know. I mean, the birds ain't afraid to fly away or go in the water. What makes you think the deer is going to be any better? Yeah, it's about a mile from the Cedar Bay to this next parking lot. I think what I'll do is I'll get to this parking lot, come back, grab the vehicle, park up here, and then start working on the next section. That's the best way to do it. The more I can get it done, the better. Now what's good about it is every section has its own name for its own parking lot. It's not just, oh, it's just a parking lot. Yeah, it is, but like say, I'm parked in the Cedar Bay parking lot. And like in Manlius, you have Manlius parking lot. So, there's a little trail going off into there. Too sketchy, but being a city, nah. Sit behind that bench, gives the viewer something to look at, but for me, a little too sketchy. You can see the tree roots buckling the concrete, the pavement, whatever it's called. Where are the tree roots, I wonder? Walking on paper pavement. Yeah, as far as I know, that could be a trail to a homeless camp. Being just outside of the city. Like everywhere else, you know, there's homeless. Yeah, that trail looks like it would go back up to where those solar panels are. So it could be a maintenance trail. Oh, what was that? Somebody sneeze? Alright, we're at our next parking lot. Nice little sign here, the Syracuse Sunrise Rotary Club has adopted this section of the Erie Canal Trail. Please enjoy and respect this historical treasure. Oh, you want to read it too? I didn't realize it was all whited out. Alright, well, quick little mile section. Not a very big popular parking area. All those that have the amenities like Cedar Bay. Decent sized parking lot though. I imagine during the day it's pretty busy. Well, the sunlight's gonna be in my eyes for the most part of this part, so you're just gonna look over here for a minute. Because you want to see what I'm seeing? Oh, warned you. So, okay, that's the traffic light. Yep. Trying to determine stuff here. Alright, so I'm going to grab the car, and I don't know if I'm going to probably won't do another section. Well, video, I'm doing it in sections, but I do plan on going further today. But the section of video, I don't know if I'm going to make this in its own section. I'm just, you know, I don't know. Thinking out loud. This isn't wasn't a long enough hike for me not to do more, so trail would have continued straight on. You can see from my perspective after that sun goes away that we would continue to straight go across this road and continue straight on. So we would normally go on this way, but I'm going to turn you off and get rid of the sunlight so it's not doing this the whole time. What are you looking at? So from here the canal would continue on the trail, but it's the Erie Canal, North Burdick Street parking lot. This is where we're at right now. This is what I wanted to show you at Cedar Bay, but that house is right across the street from it. So that's where we are right here. Alright, let's go look at the map. So this has got more information on it from anything else I've seen. So we are here, the Burdick Street parking lot. So I was gonna plan on going all this to here somewhere. No. Yeah, right here. Manoa. But I might take this and put this into consideration too, because I did not see this on any other map. So we are here. We're gonna go to here. We'll think about more, because that's a bridge across the canal here. But today's ultimate goal was to go from Cedar Bay to number 5, but this is not known on any of my maps. So we'll see what happens here. But we're going to jump in the car and come back to this spot. Seems how the parking lot's a little more quieter. And yeah, so I'm going to go do that real quick and shave some time off. And then we'll head in that general direction. Again, this is the Burdick Street parking lot. So it's got more information than what I was anticipating. Here's your legend. Number 4, Canal Landing Park, Mallee Center parking lot. I'm still scary about this 14-mile section. This one looks interesting though. So hopefully by then I'll be a little bit more comfortable on a bike. And on this side of the map. Ah, you could read this, actually. Yeah, we barely nudged it. See, this is the part why we started on this side of Syracuse, because everything else through the cities is all road, and it's not really a draw. But from Syracuse to Utica and beyond, looks decent. So there's your legend. Proposed is dark green. On road is this yellow. Off road is this lighter green. So yeah, there's a lot of information I'm looking at right now. Burdick Park, how big that is in New York State. Oh, there's the state and there's the park. And the green line is the trail. Yeah, so this part here, this part here is what I want to do for now. As you can see, the rest of it's all alright, we'll be back here shortly. As I said, bike cyclist. Again, I almost had an encounter with one. Didn't know he was back there. You know, I do a lot of behind looking and never saw the guy. Luckily I heard the gear shift, gear down, and boom, I'm like, whoa, I'm glad I'm glad it didn't back up. Didn't warn me or anything, no bell, nothing. Just, you know, you look, you see somebody way down there, you don't know if they're on a bike or what. You can't see that from here if you didn't have zoom. You see people, you look down here. Next thing you know, you look, and then boom. It's like, what the? Usually like passing on the right or on your right or something, they'll say something, but nope, I just hear the chunk of a downshift, and then yeah. So yeah, it's a bike trail, but you know, sometimes they don't let you know they're coming. It kind of scares you when they go flying by you at 20 miles an hour. Here's an example, like say I see somebody way down there. By the time I'm done doing this pan shot and they're passing you at 20 miles an hour. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the serenity. Serenity. English is hard. Note to self. If you have equilibrium problems, don't go looking for airplanes flying in the sky and try to find them. I'm glad nobody was around me then, because I looked like a drunk stumbling. Looked up, and then enough to offset the equilibrium. And I'm just staggering. Don't mind the drunk guy with a video camera walking around. It's normal in my neck of the woods. Well, last time we were here, the weather was worse and it was busier. Especially very many people out today. I mean, last time the wind was blowing and I couldn't do a good, decent video without having to stop for people every 10 feet. Yeah, there is a boat launch here. Okay. So it looks like the parking lot's right up there in Cedar Bay. I would like to go over there and do some more looking around, but there's people obviously occupying that area. But Cedar Bay, there is a boat launch here, so I'm guessing you can boat the canal too. Makes sense. That's what it was built for, but being a historic site, I wasn't sure, but apparently you can. So, you know, just like any other video, if I know there's a spot, you know, I'll check it out. Like, there's a boat launch? Okay, let's go look at it. But Cedar Bay does have a pavilion and a boat launch. And that's probably what that trail is. Just before we crossed the bridge after the bathrooms, we kind of looked around at it the other time and said nope. But that's probably where it goes. That's where that older trail goes, over to that boat launch. Canoe launch, whatever it is. I call it a boat launch. At least in my area it's called a boat launch. It's a put-in. Let's put it that way. Put-in. That sounds wrong. You want some put-in? Anyway, it's that kind of area. Bring your kayak down to the lake and you float it out. So, That's where that little trail that looked abandoned with all the benches go. And we're coming back up to the birds. Again, if anybody knows why that bridge is even built in the first place, go ahead and comment down below, because that's an old bridge. We'll look at it again on the way across. But there's no reason to have a road or anything on this side. And the towpath would have went right through here. So, that kind of baffles me. To why this would have been here. There's nothing significant on the other side. Like, I mean, if it was further down and you went in the Manlius, or whatever the town's called. I don't even know the town. Kirkville, Manlius, what is it? Anyway, I mean, it ends out here. There's no reason for it to go over there. There's nothing over there except, well, you can see there's nothing over there. So what would the purpose of the bridge be? So it had to be some kind of significance. I'm sure as long as we go, we'll see more modern bridges, but let's take a look at this again, okay? So that's kind of steep angle. It's a one-lane bridge if it would have been for vehicles. To get to where? There's nothing, there's no old abandoned right-of-way or anything over here. We normally probably would have seen it, but there's nothing like that over here. Would they have used it for the towpath? Could have been. Well, I mean, this is something that was not constructed this century. So this is here back in the day of the canals. Alright, we're going to drive to that other parking lot. This is the trail I was talking about. That goes down to the pavilion where they're launching those kayaks. And the main area here at Cedar Bay. Restroom facilities. Cedar Bay picnic area. The pavilion. Swings. Alright, up to next.